like that? You 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 like that?
What's going on? It's Coach Williams, and I'm back for another breakdown. So today we are going to talk a guy that I think is a sleeper pick in this draft. So we've talked a lot about guys that are going to go in the first round, and there are more guys that are going to go in the first round that we need to break down. But I think that this dude is the Jack Jones of this draft. I think that he's a dude that's going to go, day 2, day 3, maybe even be an undrafted free agent. But if he gets some opportunities in camp and in these preseason games, it's going to be hard to take him off the field. And it's Mekhi Blackmon out of USC. So, Mekhi Blackmon, he played for my guy, my college roommate, Adir Ravapati, at Menlo Atherton in Menlo Park, California. So he had an opportunity to play for him. So, I'm obviously going to be a little partial, but he had a lot of dudes that have moved on to some D1 programs that I haven't broken down yet. I think that this dude has some legit skills, and y'all know me. I ain't fanboying nobody. So we're going to talk about the good things. We're going to talk about some of the things that are concerning, and then we're going to come to our conclusions at the end. So let's get this thing started. So we got him down here at the bottom of the screen. And I think what they're playing here is they're playing cover 8. So I think they're playing halves to the field and cover 2 into the cover 4 into the boundary. And so if you watch this game, there was not a lot of defense going on between these two teams, UCLA and USC. Very ugly defensive performance. So right off the bat, this is early on in the game. Right off the bat, there's a blown coverage here, okay? So let's just jump into this play. So you get the quarter safety here, and you get this run fake, right? You get this play action run fake, and the quarter safety bites up on this thing so hard, and it voids this deep quarter of the field. And so Blackmon has the vision and the awareness to notice this, right? And so he almost plays it like it's cover 3, and he starts trying to apex the receivers. So he drives on this seam, gets in here, and makes an incredible instinctive play. Like, this is a tough play to be able to make. Usually when you get this thing, man, quarter safety is out the roof and all this space, that's usually 6. But he's able to apex this route, very instinctive. Man, this is the type of stuff that we were seeing Jack Jones do last year when we were doing our film breakdown. So I definitely think that this dude has got some talent. So, not so good here, okay? Again, I think they're playing the same coverage here, and for whatever reason, he decides to turn his back. Like, if we had that situation, he would not be seeing that, and it would be a touchdown. So I'm not in their playbook, right? I don't know exactly how they coach things and how they, teach it over there at USC, but I am not a fan in this coverage of turning your back like this and off coverage, turning really early. I want to stay sticky to routes, right? I want to turn as late as possible. And you also can't see the quarterback, right? Can't see the quarterback. So how are you supposed to know that there's a potential that you might need to drive on a route? Ends up being a nice, easy completion, but he rallies up and gets this guy out of bounds. All right, so on this channel, our baby, press man coverage, right? Press man coverage. Watch this man's press technique right here, okay? So no false steps. Look at the feet. Nice, patient, but alive feet. Stays square, right? Not opening the gate. Gets hands on the receiver. Eyes. Look at where the eyes are. The eyes are down on the hip. They're not looking at the headgear and all that stuff, so you can get faked out and stuff. Eyes on the hip. The hips don't lie. And he stays sticky to the route and on top of it. Great. Great press coverage here. All right, so this one, he's playing off coverage here. Okay, so he's off, and so he's up against, I believe this is a tight end here that he's covering. So much more patient and very patient to turn, right? So he knows I don't need to open up. This guy's not going to beat me vertical. He runs 4.47 at the combine, so not an elite burner, but not going to get run by any tight ends. So stays in coverage, stays sticky to the route, breaks down, pick, right? And what I love about this one is the explosiveness. Look how he explodes to the ball when he catches it. He's on the run, hits it on the run. That's a great job. Now, again, what I say, we don't fanboy on this channel. We're going to break down the whole play here, okay? So, you'll notice off the bat, quarterback's eyes, his progression. I'm not in the quarterback's mind or whatever. I'm no QB coach. Don't look at me as Andy Reid. But the progression definitely starts on the opposite side of the field. So he's reading the field here. He gets to the top of the drop. Look at his feet. Feet are dead. Now he's hitching. He's backing up. So what does that mean? That means that he's throwing late, right? So quarterback throws this one late, right? Very late throw. And then if we watch the route, tight end breaks down. If the read is over here initially, and tight end breaks down like this, and the route is anticipated, well, obviously, look, this is a completion. The other thing, too, is he does have a little bit of issues transitioning sometimes. So watch, look at the extra gather step, right? He doesn't initially explode out of the break. He has to take this little gather step here, clicks his heels, and gets back. So interception, great play on the football, great explosion when he gets to the ball, but a little bit late, right? So we got to keep that. We got to file that away, right? No fanboys. We're breaking it down for real, for real. Okay, so this one right here, we got press coverage, and I love this one. The reason why I love this one is because it's late to the press, right? So you can tell they're coming from off. They're late. So usually with receivers, if you're pressed, the route might convert, right? So it might convert to something deeper. If you're off, it might convert to something shorter or whatever, right? So if you're giving the receiver the late look, it forces him to think about what he has to do. So that's going to slow him down. So I like that he gets there late. Again, no false steps, right? Love this right here, the hand, right? We always talk about this. Unless you're on the goal line or in the red zone, no two-hand jams, one-hand jams so your hips don't get locked out. Good job. Where are the eyes, right? On the receiver, dominant position. Great rep right there. Great rep. Love it. Love the technique. All right, so this time we're getting zone read here, okay? And one issue with him, right? He reminds me, and it's not just the number. He reminds me a lot of a player on the other side of the ball, Devontae Smith, right? So long, wiry, really thin guy. There are some play strength issues that come up with him, especially in the run game. And this is part of why I say I think he's similar to Jack Jones. He's an outside corner to me. He has played in the slot a little bit, but I think that his skill set would be best used on the outside. And part of that is because if you're a slot corner, you got to have some serviceable stuff in the run game. I don't think that he's that great in the run game, okay? So right here, we get this zone read play, and he's the player that's being read, okay? So he stays home, stays outside, so that gives the quarterback give read. But the quarterback comes out here and pancakes him, right? So blocks him back, right? Knocks him back. Look at how far he knocks him back, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards. Like, not good to be getting your ass kicked like that by a quarterback, okay? But either way, one thing that you will notice, he sticks with the play. He sticks with the play all the time, regardless of whether or not the ball is coming in his direction. Gets there, all right? So we'll see it from the tight. Quarterback comes in here, bang, knocks him off the path. Tackle ends up getting broken, and then he gets in there and cleans it up. So way to finish. First downs don't beat us, all right? So now we got him at the bottom of the screen. Again, great press coverage here, right? No false steps, staying square, staying on the receiver here. Where are the eyes? Down on the hip, not on the headgear. And the reason why I show you this play is because this is a play, if we look at the quarterback, where the play breaks down, okay? So play breaks down. He's trying to escape the pocket. He's going all over the place, right? And then he just heaves this one up. So now let's go back and look at Blackmon. Okay, so oftentimes with DBs, when the play breaks down like this, right, you get to the top of the route, ball should have come out by now, dudes just start staring at the quarterback. And then you get situations where receivers like this just wheel out and they're wide open, right? Where is he this whole play? He is with this receiver. He's with his guy the whole time. Hands on his hip, feeling him. Where is he at? Okay, I'm going to stick with him. Quarterback scrambling around, okay, I'm going to peek, but I'm going to stay close. And he stays in good coverage. Almost a completion here, but definitely not going to be a touchdown. Great job. All right, so now we got him down here. Press bail, okay? So we talk about this all the time on this channel. Can you go across the field with the receivers? Can you cover the crossers? Can you cover the mesh routes? Can you cover the posts? Well, Mekhi Blackmon can do that. Look at this. Stays on top of the route, press bail, on top, in this guy's hip pocket, feels him, no separation. Great job. Great job right there. All right, so on the goal line, in the red zone, right? We want to protect the inside. So he gets this hard inside move. So he gives this skate step to fight to get across, gets hands on. So even if the receiver wants to try to push him outside and get back inside or something like that, not going to happen. He's sticky to routes, sticky in coverage. And then again, right? Quarterback breaks the pocket. Tons of guys will be like, oh, I got to run down here and make a tackle. Oh, it's third down. I got to make sure that I got to stop. Nope, I'm not giving up a touchdown. Where are his hands? Feeling the receiver. We got 3 guys over here that need to do their job and make the tackle. He does a good job of staying home. Good job. All right. Press coverage again, right? So this time, inside release. I don't like this, right? I don't like using the wrong hand, so he uses the near hand. You got to use the opposite hand here, right? But either way, he sticks with it, stays on top of the route, and he can feel him. This is really good technique. You see the hand on the back here, and he's peeking back at the quarterback. He's like, okay, you're going to throw it here. I'm going to undercut this route. Goes across the field with the receiver. Ball doesn't come that way. Great coverage. They were not trying to throw the ball over here after that pick, man. They were not trying to do it. All right. So, top of the screen here. And I show you this one because, again, right, we talked about his size, right? Smaller guy, play strength issues in the run game. But USC's defense was trash this year. So there were tons of times where there were completions or big runs that ended up breaking out. And he had to come out and make tackles. He does a good job here of fitting this one up, getting square. You see how he goes here from the side and then he gets square back? And then makes this tackle. Great job. Great job. All right, press coverage here. Great press rep here. No false steps. Fighting across. And I love this one because look at such a good job of mirroring this route. He fights across, right? It's a hard outside release, so he can't stay square with his hips, but he's trying as hard as he can to stay square with the shoulders. And then when the receiver changes his tempo, what does he do? He throttles down, tries to get back to square, gets hands on the receiver all over this route. Ball's not going over there. Good coverage. All right, last one. Another press rep. Okay? So this time, I like the one-hand jam, but this time, right, he's way down on the bottom of the numbers, and he doesn't give a hard outside release. He comes straight at him. So then you can get 2 hands on, and we talked about it, right? Play strength, issues in the stock blocks, issues in the run game with tackling, but no issues in press coverage. Very physical. Look how hard this receiver has to try to fight to get off of him. And then the quarterback insanely tries to throw the ball over here. Very lucky that did not get intercepted. Great job there by Mekhi Blackmon. So not going to be a guy that's going to go in the first round. Not going to be a guy that, all these draft analysts are going to give you an A if you end up drafting him somewhere or whatever. But a guy that has coverage skills, right? At the end of the day, what is playing cornerback about? It's about coverage, right? Where in these clips are people getting behind him? Nobody's getting behind him, right? All the completions are in front, right? So if you can work on that, work on the transitions and things like that, getting those little hitches and gather steps out, the press coverage is great. I think he's an outside corner. I do not view him as a slot. Very similar to Jack Jones. So that's it for this video. We're going to talk a little bit more about more of the high-end prospects in some of the coming videos. So you're going to want to come back and you're going to want to share these with your friends so that y'all can see some more breakdowns of these NFL draft DBs. So you know what it is. It's Coach Williams, Ball Hawks. We fly. I'm out. Peace.